Have you ever had a moment where you were absolutely sure you remembered something, only to find out that other people didn't share your memory? Maybe you were adamant that a particular celebrity had won an award, but nobody else seemed to remember the event happening. Or perhaps you were convinced that a historical figure had said something profound, but their actual words were completely different. These seemingly insignificant discrepancies can cause us to question our own sanity. Are we misremembering things, or are others simply mistaken? What if these moments of confusion are actually glimpses into a parallel universe where events have unfolded differently than in our own? Welcome back, everyone. Here today, we're diving into a captivating topic that will leave you questioning the very fabric of our reality. Have you ever heard of the Mandela Effect? This strange phenomenon refers to a situation where a large group of people share a false memory of a past event or detail. It's as though we're all living in a shared dream, a collective hallucination that blurs the line between what's real and what's imagined. Let's start with a classic example. The famous line from the 1994 movie Forrest Gump. In the film, the iconic character, played by Tom Hanks, utters the memorable words, "Life is like a box of chocolates." However, if you were to pause the movie at the part where Forrest says these words, you wouldn't find them there. Upon checking the script, you'd discover that the line was actually, "My mama always used to say life was like a box of chocolates." While it's not a significant change, it nonetheless leaves us scratching our heads. How could so many people vividly remember a line that was never spoken? But the Mandela Effect goes beyond simple movie quotes. Take, for instance, the global icon Nelson Mandela. Millions of people believe he died in prison in 1967 due to the brutal apartheid regime in South Africa. However, the anti-apartheid revolutionary and political leader actually passed away in 2013 at the age of 95. How can so many people confidently claim to remember his earlier death if it never occurred? Another mind-bending example is the spelling of the iconic children's brand, Berenstain Bears. For those who grew up reading the beloved books, the spelling was always Berrensteins. But ask anyone under the age of 40, and they'll likely respond with Barrenstein. It's as though the collective memory of a generation has shifted, leaving us wondering which version is the correct one. But what exactly is the Mandela Effect, and how does it happen? The term itself was coined by Fiona Broome, a paranormal researcher, who experienced a collective memory shift in regards to Nelson Mandela's death. According to her, the memories people share are not just incorrect, but deeply felt and unwavering. People who claim to remember Mandela dying in prison in the 1960s are adamant about their recollection, even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Broome theorized that these shared false memories are evidence of alternate universes, suggesting that we may be shifting realities without realizing it. In fact, she believes that we all inhabit a multiverse, where countless versions of ourselves exist, each experiencing different outcomes and realities. As we navigate our daily lives, we occasionally cross paths with other versions of ourselves from parallel universes, creating these shared memory experiences known as the Mandela Effect. According to this theory, when we encounter these alternate selves, our consciousness momentarily overlaps, resulting in a fragmented sense of reality. Each individual carries a unique set of memories, beliefs, and experiences that shape their perception of the world. And when these personal realities collide, it creates a sense of confusion and cognitive dissonance. So how do we make sense of this puzzling phenomena? One possible explanation lies in the nature of memory itself. Our memories are not static, fixed records of past events, but rather dynamic constructions that are constantly being shaped and reshaped by new experiences and information. In other words, our memories are fluid and susceptible to influence, meaning they can change over time. For example, if you have a vivid memory of an event you attended, details of that event might gradually fade or change as you recount it to others. New information or perspectives can also shape our memories, causing us to incorporate new details or reinterpret existing ones. This process is known as the malleability of memory, and it plays a crucial role in our ability to adapt to new information and experiences. So in the case of the Mandela Effect, it is possible that our memories of certain events or details are being altered by exposure to new information or perspectives. If enough people share the same false memory, it can create a collective Mandela Effect. Take the example of Nelson Mandela's death. Perhaps some people genuinely believed he died in prison in the 1960s based on news reports, conversations they had at the time. Over the years, this belief may have been reinforced through repeated exposure to inaccurate information or anecdotal accounts. When Mandela passed away these individuals may have interpreted his death as a confirmation of their long-held belief, further solidifying the false memory. Another contributing factor to the Mandela Effect is the power of suggestion. If someone tells you that you remember something incorrectly, it can lead you to question your own memory and even change your perception of the past. This phenomenon has been studied extensively by social psychologists who have found that memory is highly susceptible to suggestion and influence. In fact, false memories can be created through a process known as the misinformation effect. first identified by American psychologist Elizabeth Law. This occurs when individuals are exposed to misleading information after an event, which can distort their memory of what actually happened. Loftus and her colleagues conducted numerous experiments, demonstrating that the misinformation effect can lead people to believe false information and incorporate it into their memories. In one experiment, participants who were shown a video of a car accident later recalled details that were not in the video, but were added during a post-event interview. So, how do we know what to trust? It's important to keep in mind that not all memories are created equal. Some memories are more susceptible to change and distortion than others. For example, memories of traumatic events tend to be highly vivid and resistant to change, while memories of everyday occurrences are more malleable and prone to influence. Additionally, our confidence in our memories does not necessarily correlate with their accuracy. We may feel absolutely certain that we remember something incorrectly, and in some cases, our confidence in a false memory can be just as strong as our confidence in an accurate one. So what should we do when confronted with a confusing memory? First and foremost, remain open-minded and be willing to consider alternative explanations before jumping to conclusions. Be aware of the limitations of memory and the factors that can influence it, such as suggestion and misinformation. Consider the source of the memory and any potential biases or inaccuracies. And finally, be willing to adjust your beliefs in light of new information or evidence. But what about the theory that the Mandela Effect is proof that we're reliving in a parallel universe that is constantly shifting? While it's a fascinating idea, it's important to approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism. There's no scientific evidence to support the theory that we're shifting realities or inhabiting a multiverse, and it's difficult to reconcile this idea with our current understanding of physics and cosmology. Furthermore, the Mandela Effect doesn't necessarily imply that our reality is glitching or unreliable. Rather, it highlights the complexities and fallibility of human memory. It reminds us that our perceptions of the world are subjective and influenced by a multitude of factors. In conclusion, the Mandela Effect remains a captivating and perplexing phenomenon that challenges our understanding of reality and the nature of memory. While it may not be evidence of a parallel universe or a glitching reality, it does offer a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of the human mind and the intricate workings of our memory. So the next time you find yourself questioning whether you're re-losing your mind or living in a parallel universe, remember that you're not alone. We all share a common humanity and a shared fallibility when it comes to remembering the past. What are your thoughts on the Mandela Effect? Have you ever experienced a moment where you were absolutely sure you remembered something that turned out to be false? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around you.